Let's get it.
Hey.
Hey.
Chase on the beat.
Hey. Ride with the heat.
It's not a podcast, it's a conversation. Might get heated, might start debating. It's not a podcast, it's a conversation.
What?
Might be educating. It's not a podcast, it's a conversation.
Whoa.
Hope you relate, and it's not a podcast. That's all I got.
This is a conversation. Good afternoon. Welcome back to This is a Conversation. You guys know me by now, Chase Bands.
Robbie, and this dude says good afternoon all the time, but wherever you are in the world, good night or good morning. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what time you're listening to this. So.
Yeah, time is non-binary now. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright, boom. So y'all all know R. Kelly, right? We're not talking about him today, okay? We're not talking about him today, but I just figured, like, why not bring up his name? But today, we don't support. You support R.
No.
Kelly? We don't support him.
I can't lie, Ignition was fire, but no.
I mean, a lot of his.
No.
You can't deny a lot of his songs are great, but I mean, you
Yeah.
just can't be hitting play with your little sister in the car.
I mean, you shouldn't be hitting play, period, after what he did. That's just inexcusable.
Alright, but anyways, we're talking about, brought his name because we're talking about age difference today.
Okay, we're talking about consensual age difference. Let's just keep that straight. Because that,
Okay, but consensual age difference, does that matter? Like, how do you determine that, age difference is okay? Like, we know that, people date people that are older than them, sometimes 3 years, sometimes 10 years. And, a man could be, 25 dating a 16-year-old, but if she's...
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Like, if she says that it's okay, do you really... Can you really say that consensual age difference dating is okay? Because that don't even sound right, but she said she wanted, so...
I mean, there are some states where 16 is the, consensual age.
Okay, 15 then. Nope, 15.
15? No. That's pedophilia. That's illegal. That's just illegal. There's no... I don't care what you call it. It's illegal, and it's disgusting. It's vile. It's wrong. All of the above.
I mean, I completely agree, but, I mean, I just feel like people use the word consent, like in the wrong, sense.
What do you mean in the wrong sense?
Because if I consent that, no, okay. If a 15-year-old say, I consent that you can have sex with me to a 20-year-old, I'm just saying, I feel like that's not okay, but people say as long as you get that consent. Because some people don't even care about the law. It's like, oh, damn,
some people are dirtbags. That's the
crazy.
problem. They're disgusting dirtbags.
But anyways, I don't really want to talk about this. I want to talk about, age difference relationships. Not, the pedophilia, but, just people that are actually adults and are in, relationships where the age is, a huge difference.
Really, if we think about it, what's a good thing, or, a good question is, if you really think about it, who should be, willing or more willing to adjust their lifestyle or their life plans? A person that's older or a person that's younger? Let's say the age difference is about 4 years. Let's say someone about 22, someone's 26. Who should be more willing to switch up their lifestyle and plans?
You know what? I'm kind of in this situation right now where I'm 20, she's 24. She might be 23. I don't know how old she is. She 23 or she 24. I don't know. But, I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. When I graduate, I'm moving to California. And, she's here in North Carolina. And I feel like, why not have a change of scenery? Why not, I guess, help me, with my dreams. And I'll also, help you with your dreams and pursue your career. But at the same time, it's kind of selfish in a way. So that's, a tricky question. Do you compromise your lifestyle because that person is older and you feel like they're more mature? Or, do you feel like, okay, I feel like I'm advancing way more, and I could be more supportive and provide more support. You should, I guess not follow me, but support me more, being that I could do the most. Or does that sound too like controlling or selfish?
I mean, you can never be selfish when you're worried about yourself and worried about your own goals. But I do think that sounds a little self-centered, being like, I have the better career path. So, like, if you don't follow me, I'm not following you. Because realistically, you're a comp sci major, right? Mm-hmm. So you realistically deal with programming. So, honestly, you could program from your house. You don't even have to go into work. So, getting a programming job is going to be so much more accessible in a lot of the different markets in America. Whereas, I don't know exactly what she wants to do, but it could be something that maybe she wants to work on this community. Maybe she's from a small town. She want to work in her own community, maybe improving that, bringing the upbringing up. And you could sacrifice your willingness to go to California, maybe live in the big city. Like, I know that's what you want to do, but like, if you know that in your situation you will always, or most likely always, have a job, because like, it doesn't require you to go to a physical place. You just hop on your computer with some Wi-Fi and like, you could do what you got to do. Whereas, depending on her situation, I mean, if she's okay with it, I see no problem with her following you to California. But like, if she wants to stay over here, and I think you should be more willing to be open and be like, oh yeah, I mean, I could stay here. Or like, if anything, maybe go up to Boston. That's a good tech capital, big medical capital, and there's a lot of a lot of medical devices and technology meshing together nowadays. Maybe you could work on something there. So like, I think in your exact situation, that should be something you would be open to, in like, maybe you following her, because you have more opportunity than she probably does.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I guess it depends on like the type of person you are, because like, I've always been the type of person that like, to go get it. And once I get an opportunity, it's like, growing up, you don't have many opportunities, but like, once you start to get them, you want to make sure you secure those opportunities and don't lose them. So it's probably like a hesitant type thing. Like, I may not want to like follow you because I'm scared of what I might lose. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, you're absolutely right. Like, I'm in the tech field, so I have like a lot of connections, a lot of opportunities.
So like, in general though, not in your exact situation, what do you think? Or like, based on like, because like, when there's age differences like that, you're in different parts of your life. So like, if you even look at it, 4 years in difference, that's someone coming in as a freshman in college, mm-hmm, compared to someone leaving as a senior. So like, those 4 years, I mean, those exact 4 years are like a big life changer. That's a big difference. Going through college will change you like your personality, change like who you want to associate yourself with, align your career goals and things like that. So like, I feel like that's a big window for a relationship to be like workable, in my opinion. But like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, so I feel like, just being the type of person I am, I'm looking at stability. So I feel like if I'm dating someone, I guess a freshman, and I'm about to move, that's a different story, because you're in school. I'm not about to say, oh, I'm moving, leave this college and come to that college. You know what I'm saying? That's a different story. But when it comes to stability, I can't say, well, I'm graduating, I'm going to stay here until you finish school. That's something that I personally cannot do. So I guess when it comes to like an older person and a younger person, just think about the situations that the two of you are in, and figure out what is the most considerate and what provides the most stability, and see like, how can you balance that? Because if you're not considerate of your spouse or whomever you're dating, it's like you're being selfish and you don't care about them. But at the end of the day, you still have to maintain the lifestyle.
Okay, so let's also think about, maybe, because I agree with you there, but like, it also could affect like maybe marriage, and maybe when you want to have children, when there's such a big age gap and age difference. And it definitely also depends on the gender, because let's say, well, more for having a child depends on the gender more, but like, let's say, example, for like marriage, maybe like, say the woman is 26, man's 22, right? So like psychologically, you're not going to fully develop until you're about 25, especially for males, and you're like forward thinking and like problem solving skills and things of that nature. And so like you probably won't be as willing to commit yourself to marriage at 22, whereas at 26, someone that's fully developed that thinking and like mentality, like, oh, like I'm kind of getting up there in age, I'm starting to get my career set, like I kind of want to start to get my family together, like they're probably going to be more willing to be like, yeah, like when are we getting married, like I don't think I can wait for you 4 years or something like that. So in that situation, whose side would you kind of be on?
That's a very tricky question, because I feel like you can be ready for marriage at any age, but you can't be prepared for it, you know? So you can say you're 22 and the person that's 26 want to get married. You can say, oh, I really love this person and I know that I want to marry this person, but you're not mentally prepared, you're not financially prepared, you know, you're not emotionally prepared to be married to that person. So that's kind of a tough decision, and you don't want to force yourself into a marriage knowing you're still young, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, and that's just my personal opinion. So, like, how would you, like...
I mean, I feel like... I think in that situation, like, I'm personally a believer in, like, when you have such a vast... It's not even a big age difference, honestly, but, like, even that big of an age difference is going to vary so much in, like, your life decisions, your life choices, how you perceive what you want to do in the future, and like your immediate future compared to like your distant future. And so that's why I don't personally believe those relationships work out as well as someone that's closer in age to each other, because like as I said, like you can't blame the 22-year-old for being like, I'm not ready for marriage. Like I'm still trying to figure out myself, I'm still trying to like fully understand my career path, maybe love myself entirely, compared to the 26-year-old that's like, well, like, I want to get married now. I'm ready to start a family. Like, I have my things set. I have my things rolling and in order. So, like, in that instant, I think even if they love each other, I think at that point it's like you got to separate, because I don't think you guys are going to come to a common ground in time for it to be like a healthy, good relationship.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And then,
like, while you were saying that, I had thought about something. He's like, you know, how you gonna ask somebody to marry you and they can't even figure out what they want to major in college?
Exactly, like
they changing their major every week. They might be changing whoever they dating every week.
That's what I'm saying. Like all this, I don't know why there's such an accelerated timeline in this generation. Yeah. Like I mean, I don't know how it was back then, but like I'm honestly looking on Twitter talking about some straight out of high school getting married. Huh?
I mean, but a lot of people back in the day,
wild.
I think it was women, they would get married at like 17 to dudes that was maybe 20 something. And like this generation now is kind of tricky, because some people, they're like, they play too much to get married at a young age. They're not ready for that. And then there are some people who say, oh, I want to be married by 24. Like they have an age limit onto when they want to be married. And then, oh, if I'm not married by 24, if I don't have kids by 26, you know, I'm not doing it. So it's just like, you can't just have that. You can't even have that mindset, because, you know, you walking around saying that type of stuff, you probably won't even meet nobody that's willing to marry you until you're 40, because you can't, you know, put somebody in a position where it's like, you need to marry me right now while I'm 24, you know?
Exactly. And going off of that, like, it's so just, I don't know. I feel like you really have to know somebody and know yourself in order to make a relationship work. And that's why divorce rates have skyrocketed in recent years, because of the fact that people don't really truly know each other. Like they really say that you really need to be with someone for 3 years and really see all their good, their bad, like maybe even their living situation, how they live, how they go day to day, because that's really going to determine, is that somebody I can be with? Is that someone, like, they might have these little petty things that annoy me, but is that something I could deal with, something I can get over with?
Oh my God.
And like some people are like, yeah, sure, whatever, and then they realize like a couple years down the road, like, I can't do this, like this is bothering me so much. This is affecting my life dramatically, and like, I don't think people look at that entire scope before they get married, and it's just like everybody's just like, ooh yeah, let's get married, let's have children. Like, these are, in my opinion, serious life altering things that really need your time, your consideration. You really need to have thought through it. You need to be financially stable. It really needs to be a lot of things put into it, and I just don't feel like this generation has that same sense of value put into maybe marriage or having children at a later age compared to a young age. Because, like, you really just scroll through social media and be like, oh, I'm pregnant, ooh, and it's like, I'm just saying.
No cap. I get on my Instagram, and people I went to high school with, it's like, I've watched them, not even one person, I watched multiple people that I went to high school with show their sonograms, and then show their early pregnancy, and then like their late pregnancy, and then the baby, and now the baby's 2, now the baby's 3, now the baby has a sibling, and like I really watched people have kids, not literally in the room, but literally watch them have kids like on Instagram. Like I've seen their kids grow up, and I'm like, I went to school with you, bro. Like, but that's
but overall, it's to each its own. So, like, if you feel like you're ready for kids, like, have kids. If you feel like you're ready for marriage, you feel like you found the right person, there's no need for y'all to wait, then go ahead and do it. I'm just providing my opinion personally on how I feel about it. Like, I know exactly at this moment right now, no way I could get married. And no way I'm having any kids, dog.
This dude is so extra.
Oh,
like,
no.
A kid can give him a hug and he'll just be like, what are you? As if it's like bug or something.
I had a whole situation this summer into where, like, I was doing my internship, and for 1 week we mentored 13-year-old girls. Dog, when I tell you, I got bullied. Big bullied. Big bullied. No way, dog.
So since you like 200 pounds, how you get bullied?
Because girls are mean.
Oh, then we gonna put that on the loop. So you said girls are mean. That's your honest opinion about women.
I mean, okay. I mean, everybody can be mean. I'm just saying. I'm just saying everybody can be mean. But girls are mean, dog. Like,
I think you just soft.
I am soft.
Maybe that's the case.
I mean, I'm soft, but like that has
I can be an asshole and be soft.
Because I'm not an asshole. That's the problem.
Then again, you think assholes are soft? Yeah.
I mean, I think you can have like whatever.
The asshole itself. Because I think it is possible. If an asshole literally is soft, then being a person that's an asshole, I guess you can be soft. I'm sorry. This is way off topic. So, you remember we was talking about stability earlier?
Yeah.
So, I do want to discuss this. Like, do you think people, like, date older people just so they can be financially stable? Like,
how older?
Like, I'm saying, like, sugar dad, sugar mom type thing.
Duh. Like, I'm just saying, there's 70-year-old men.
We saw a sugar daddy in IHOP last night. He came through with, like, 4 young girls. He's like, table for 5.
You already knew the deal.
Nah, it could have been their daddy, though.
It could have been their dad. But, like, the second he's like, oh, I'm not their dad, you already know the deal, dog. He's shelling out bands. Because that's disgusting, man. Disgusting. Bro, and the fact that women can make money off of so many things, selling feet pics, dog, oh, my goodness. You can make some bands off of that. That's crazy. I can understand how you would feel, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Looked down on, or like that's not the word, dirty. It could be derogatory. I can see all that, but like, boy, you could make some money just selling your feet. Oh my.
You said selling feet?
Pics. I didn't mean actual feet. That's illegal.
Oh, pictures of your feet. That's what I meant. Like,
yeah.
You say some weird stuff. Being that you're, I guess, in a healthy relationship.
Absolutely.
And my love life is. I don't know. I can't.
Trash.
Anyways, I'm one of those
Big
people
trash.
in this generation where relationships aren't for me.
Yeah, but you guys know. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter. We got an Instagram.
We got an Instagram.
Okay, follow us on Instagram. At this is a conversation.
This is a conversation.
Okay. Yep. Exactly. Because you know what this is. This is a conversation.
And you don't really have to remember that. Just click the links.
Yeah.
In the description.
Yeah. Oh, comment box below. If you want to hear something next in the next episode, just let us know, and we'll be willing to definitely look at it and try to respond to you or integrate your comments in the next episode. Sorry. But have a great day, and see you.
Remember, this is not a podcast.
This is a conversation.
Like, okay, we're going to bring R. Kelly back. So let's say he's 25 and she's 14, but she says yes. I'm just saying.
No.
So you can't even say consensual because
the laws say that you cannot consensually make up your own decision, your own mind until, it depends in some states, 17. Wait, I'm not ready.
Back in the, but you taking up my space with this.
Just delete it. This is a conversation. Welcome back. Appreciate you guys for listening in yet again. This is episode 3. Allegedly, kind of. But anyway, you know me, Chase Band. And Yep. And so this week we're going to be talking about age difference in relationships. And so Rob's going to go ahead and start it off for us. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay. I don't think you should do that. Say he's going to start it off because then it's not going to be a conversation.
Okay.
And what was I about to say? I don't think we should name the episodes because what if we don't put them out in order?
Okay.